Hey, it's me, Smile McGee, and happy Rare Disease Day! Okay, Rare Disease Day, you guys, I've been excited about it because it's one of my favorite days of the year because I believe it's one of the most important days of the year. Through the whole month of February, but on Rare Disease Day in particular, rare disease advocates, rare disease charities, and just rare disease patients in general try to spread awareness for rare conditions. Rare conditions are very under-researched and underfunded because they don't affect like a huge majority of the population. But crazy enough, a statistic I saw from, I think it was Nord, said that 1 out of every 10 people is affected by rare disease. So in a crowded elevator, probably at least 1 or 2 of those people would have a rare disease, just to put that in perspective. Crazy, right? So as you know, I have a few rare diseases, including ITP, gastroparesis, SVT, supraventricular tachycardia, optic dysdrusin, and I have had a very rare form of sarcoma named dermatofibrosarcoma protuberans. So rare it is actually nicknamed unicorn cancer. But I always talk about how my life has been affected by the rare disease I have. That's like the point of my vlogs. But in this vlog, I think so many people think that my situation is just so rare. And yeah, I may possibly be the only one with my undiagnosed autoimmune inflammatory condition that causes all my other rare conditions, just causes my body to attack itself in general. But there are so many people out there who are not only surviving, but thriving against all odds with rare disease. So for this vlog, I would like to share the stories of 2 incredible women whose lives have been greatly impacted and affected by rare disease. The first story I will share is Cassandra's, and how her mother's battle with a rare disease changed the course of her life and has just greatly affected her life in general. And then I will share Sara's story about how through her battle with rare disease and chronic illness, it changed what she thought her life would be in general. But she used an impossible situation to create something beautiful. I feel so incredibly honored that these amazing women would send me their video and let me share their story. So I'm gonna stop talking and let their videos do the talking because these women are extraordinary.
Hi, my name is Cassandra Jones. In honor of Rare Disease Week, I'm sharing a story of our family's encounter with a rare disease called Semantic Dementia. So when my mom was in her mid to late 40s, she started having some problems with her memory. And we started seeing some personality changes in her as well, and she was developing some strange behaviors. Pretty soon she was forgetting words for common things, like for calculator or steak. What is steak? She'd say. Well, we started taking her to different doctors, and they all kind of dismissed everything we were telling them. They said it was depression, it was anxiety, but we knew that something was wrong. That didn't sit right with us. So my dad continued to take her to doctor after doctor after doctor. And after about 2 years and 7 specialists, we finally made a trip to UCLA Medical Center, where she was diagnosed with a rare disease called semantic dementia. Semantic dementia it falls under the frontotemporal dementia category. Basically, it affects the frontotemporal regions of the brain, whereas Alzheimer's affects more of the back regions of the brain. So it's similar to Alzheimer's, but still very different. It affects memory, semantic memory, speech, personality, things like that. Over the years, after my mom received this diagnosis at the age of 50, I immersed myself in learning about dementia and all of the different forms of dementia, and I found very disheartening news as I learned what was to come for my mom. I learned that I could expect for her not just to forget stories or memories of the past, but she would, in essence, forget everything, all of her basic knowledge of survival and skills on how to walk and how to talk, how to eat, and even how to swallow. Contrary to popular belief, dementia is a terminal illness, and there is no cure, and there's nothing that we can do to slow it down or to reverse it. Dementia robs you of everything, even life itself. I learned that there is not enough knowledge or even awareness about the disease, particularly the lesser known forms of dementia. And even within the medical community, we were educating doctors within our clinic because many of them had never even heard of frontotemporal dementia, specifically semantic dementia. So I decided that it was going to be up to me to start advocating for my mother and to help teach people about the disease. I started writing a blog called Journey with Dementia, and over the next 5.5 years, I dedicated myself to raising awareness. Many professionals in the medical community and even in medical school had begun reading my blog to learn about the disease and what it looked like. And it also brought peace to other families who were struggling and going through the same thing. I also started a nonprofit foundation that helps other families who are on this road of dementia. We had a filmmaker in LA, for those of you who are interested in learning more about the disease. This filmmaker came and did a documentary on our family and on my mom's story. Her journey lasted 5.5 years from the point that she was diagnosed. She passed away July 29th, 2017 at the young age of 56. So dementia is not a disease for the old, contrary to what people believe. This is a disease that I've seen personally affect people in their 30s, in their 40s. It's not an old person disease. There's a lot of information and awareness that still needs to be raised concerning it. If you are able to pop onto our website, then you would be able to learn more about the disease and see the documentary of our family's journey. Our website for the foundation is www.thedenafoundation.org, DEANA. And you can also follow me at Jones Made Lemonade here on Instagram. I have a blog, jonesmadelemonade.com, and our documentary is also on there. So help us to raise awareness on frontotemporal lobe dementia.
My name is Sara Wheeler. I am 30 years old, and the rare diseases I have are trigeminal neuralgia and CRPS, which are both facial pain. I also have rheumatoid arthritis, fibromyalgia, and celiac disease. I got sick 12 years ago. I was 18, and that changed my entire life. Like every teenager, I had all these thoughts and plans for my life, and my health got in the way of those plans and goals that I had. I had to take multiple leaves of absence from Cal State University, and then I had to move back home and go to San Diego State University, and then take leaves of absence from there because I would be hospitalized. And then I tried to do cosmetology school, and I ended up taking 2 leaves of absences from there. And ultimately it was decided that I was just too sick to finish school or work. So when I was 27, I fought for permanent disability, and I won permanent disability at 27 years old, which is very young. Besides my health changing, the things I wanted for my life in terms of work, my health has also impacted the way that I look. I've gone up and down in weight multiple times, and right now I'm really overweight because of medicine and just the inability to exercise. It's also impacted the relationships in my life, mainly my friendships, and and then my love life has been very affected. A lot of my relationships, romantic relationships, have ended because of my health issues. And lastly, my mental health has really suffered, and at one point it really went downhill because of the physical pain that I experience. There was a few years in my life where I was very depressed and anxious, and I had like 5 to 7 suicide attempts. Ultimately, what healed me from my mental health being so bad, I don't have mental health problems anymore, was starting a charity. My charity is called the Happy Package Project, and I make care packages for kids and adults with physical and mental illnesses. It's a really great outlet and something I can do when I'm in too much pain to sleep. I can work on like the social media aspect and answering emails for my charity when I'm in the waiting room at doctor's appointments or at my infusions. And it's also a really awesome creative outlet for me. The other thing that I started doing because of my health issues is I started a Facebook page called For Spoonies and Friends Only, and it currently has over 10,000 likes, likes or followers. So I have a team of about 6 admins who help me with all the posts and stuff, and we've also created a blog and a private group where people can post and stuff. So I've really tried to just my illness, instead of resisting my situation, I've basically accepted it and use it to my advantage to help other people who are in similar situations as me, and it's really helped me, and I've grown a lot as a person. So thank you for listening to my story.
I'm going to link Cassandra's blog, thejourneywithdementia.com, the nonprofit she started in her mother's honor, the deannafoundation.org, and her blog, jonesmadelemonade.com. And I'm also going to link Sara's Facebook page, For Spoonies and Friends Only, and the link to her charity, the Happy Package Project. I have personally been a recipient of the Happy Package Project during a really hard time in my life, and the joy she brings is incredible. And Sara and Cassandra, for sharing your story with me, just for being incredible individuals. And I liked making this video. I think sharing rare stories matters, so if you would like to share your rare story with me for a vlog, please send me a DM, and just never lose hope, care about rare, and always smile on.